Guys, we're getting some winds. I don't know if you guys can see the winds, but it's like we're about to get a hurricane here. And it's just so crazy. Do you guys see the trees? It's so windy. It's like we're getting a hurricane. It's like we're getting a hurricane in the US, but it's just a lot of winds. Hi guys, how are you? I'm back. I remember earlier we were chatting, and I'm just back to chat some more on this Halloween night to wonder what you guys are doing, and are you guys enjoying your night? Do you guys celebrate? Let me know what's happening tonight. These cars are driving so fast. You have to be very careful. Guys, be careful. The sky looks so dark tonight on Halloween night. I'm very happy that Halloween is almost over because I don't like a scary holiday. I like Christmas, I like Thanksgiving, but Halloween, not my thing. Thank goodness it's cold out, so no one really wants to be out. So, to me, if it's cold, it's safer because no violence, no creepy things happening. And, you know, but it's 10 p.m. here now, so the kids are all home. They're pretty much safe and home from Halloween, but where I'm located, it's just very cold. It's very cold, so no one really wanted to go trick or treating tonight. It's tonight is a night where you stay home, cuddle up with your family. The holidays are coming up, you know. It's time for us to stay and cuddle up and just appreciate the ones we have around us, appreciate life, appreciate the ones we have around us, and get ready for a new year because pretty much we're right there. There's a lot of people going through, or family members in the U.S. They're not at peace. You know, I don't think anyone will be able to enjoy the holidays. Any Jamaican that's connected to Jamaica, some people have disassociate themselves from Jamaica, but anyone who have connected themselves, who have connections still in Jamaica, will not have a very well. I'm not saying they won't, but they probably will not have a good holiday because that will be on their minds, you know. So, um, with that being said, I'm very happy that Halloween is over because the purpose of Halloween is what? Dress up in costumes, get candy. What is the main point of Halloween? You know? For the kids, yes, they like to dress up in costumes, but what is the purpose? I don't think it's a good thing because some of the costumes are so creepy and scary. They don't represent anything good. And I allow my kids to dress up in costumes, but I don't agree with Halloween itself, the holiday. I don't. Even though I allow my kids to dress up in costumes because of it's dark. Most of the costumes are dark, but I do like that we're incorporating characters because in schools they have them dressed in characters. They can't wear the dark costumes that like the Joker, Chucky. Those are very dark costumes, you know? Now, it was very cold for Halloween tonight. Very cold, guys. Very cold for Halloween. Am I black? Yeah, I'm dark skinned, hon. I'm black, black, blackity black, black. Yep, I am black as can be, you know, and I'm happy I'm black. I love my color. I love it. I was in the dark, so, but I love my black skin. I love being black. But it's so cold, guys. It's winter is back. I had this mouse ears, but I don't really celebrate Halloween. It's cute, but it's not my thing. Right now, I wish I could just go out for tonight, but the weather is so not good, you know? It's Friday night and, you know, we're inside, but it's so cold and it's Halloween. I am very superstitious and I don't like to be out on October 31st, you know, because so many things happen, you know? Thank you so much. I don't see your name, user, but thank you so much. You know, if I'm an auntie, I'm probably your age. How old are you, anyways? Because I'm probably not old enough to be your auntie, but I guess I'm dressing like a rich auntie, a rich vibe auntie. But, guys, so now that Halloween is almost over, we can start getting ready for the real holidays because I don't believe Halloween is a holiday. You know, I don't like to celebrate. My kids, they like the costumes. I let them celebrate, but dressing up in costumes and getting candy, I can buy my kids candy, but I don't get the purpose of Halloween or what it stands for, but it is uh, dark holiday, so that's why I don't really like to celebrate it. So, right now, I'm just excited about Christmas. I already have my tree up and I'm already bringing my tree up, and so tomorrow I'll start having my tree up and thinking of the decorations. And Caribbeans get their houses together, and so I can't wait until Christmas. Oh yes, you're 21. I can definitely be your auntie. You're a little one. Hi Arsha, how are you? Arshia, how are you? But I can definitely be your auntie. Um, so I was just mentioning about how Halloween, the devil's holiday, is over. See, I had the cat thing, the cat ears. It was cute. But I just did that for my kids because they always want me to dress up. I'm not really into Halloween, but I bring them just for the activities, for something to do. My town have activities for them. They have hay rides, museums, and all the stores have the candy. We don't really go from house to house, but today I went from house to house because the stores weren't giving out enough candy, even though I don't let them eat a lot of candy. But they had a few to last them. I hide the candy, you know, because kids get really hyperactive. So kids get really hyperactive when you give them too much candy. And so I try not to have my children eat a lot of candy. Happy Halloween to you, Happy Life. I hope you had a good one and a safe one. It's almost over. I know people are out there partying and living it up, but hopefully everyone stays safe. So earlier I was talking about the hurricane and how uh, the Jamaicans like in the diaspora, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. The Jamaicans all over the world, they're very sad because of what happened during for Hurricane Melissa. And guys, if you have any means to donate, please donate. You know, please donate. So if you have a means to donate to the if you have a means to donate, please donate to Jamaica. Please donate if you have a means to donate because there's so many people in need. I know we're a lot the holidays are coming up and most of us are in need and most of us are lacking something. But Jamaica is really, or the Caribbeans, I should say Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, Dominican Republic. I'm not going to just single out Jamaica, but Jamaica was hit the hardest. However, please, if you have the means to donate, please donate. I posted in my community the donation site for Jamaica. And if I can find for the other countries, I'll also post it. So if you have the funds or the means to donate, if you have food to donate, they have places in your hometown that's collecting. I'll try to post as much information as I can find in my I'll try to find as much information as I can in my online and post it in my community. And now guys, we can always chat in the community. So if I'm not on here, I post things sometimes on my community. So you can go on the community and we can chat and have conversations as well. But I hope everyone is being safe and staying safe on this Halloween night. I hope everyone is staying safe and being safe. Uh, I'm just in the house because outside is freezing cold, guys. October 21st, and you would think it's December 31st or January. It's just really cold. We're in the fall season here in the north, but I can't do it. So I'll be in the house this whole season because of this weather. But I can't complain about the cold or the weather. I should not be complaining about weather with everything that's been happening in my homeland, my home country of Jamaica. You know, it just saddens me that whatever happened to the island. Sometimes you have to ask God and wonder, but we cannot question God. We just have to move on and live on. So, guys, please continue to pray for the island. Please continue to uplift the island. Remember, we're all one people. When one country's in pain, we're all in pain. When one person is in pain, we're all in pain. We're all connected. Don't say because you're from Africa, that's not my people, or you're from Colombia, that's not my people, or you're from the US, that's not my people. We're all connected, you know? We're all intertwined and we're all put on this earth to help each other. So if you can help, go ahead and help. Go ahead and donate and do what you can do to help another person, to help someone get a home, to help someone get some food, to help someone get shelter. People are in the hospitals, they need toiletries, people need water, food. I also will donate, but I hope you guys that are listening to me also donate and contribute to my home country of Jamaica. Now, hi, Julian. Hi, Joey. Um, yeah, in Jamaica they had, I know it's Friday night, it's Halloween, but because this happened in Jamaica, they had the coffins washing away. Now, can you believe or imagine how a family member feels of their loved one coffins washing away? I know they have no control, but can you imagine how that feels? That's painful. I I'm not connected to that family, but I feel it for them because that could happen to anyone, you know? That could happen to me, to you. Natural disasters we have no control over, but um if they're saying this disaster was man-made, but some parts, if it's man-made, we still have no control over it. Once it's a disaster, it's a disaster. And those people, now I heard they had looting on the island. So a older lady, she fell asleep during the storm, and when she woke up, looters were robbing her blind. She lost everything, and they're still robbing her. So I'm saying be kind to the elderly. Don't rob from the elderly. They've been through a lot. They've lived a long life. Why would anyone rob someone that lost everything? Why would you steal from someone that lost everything? That is a very cold-hearted person, cold-hearted people. But Jamaicans are very nice people. So this is a one-off. You know, for I know if you lose it all, you probably are not thinking about the other person, but to look at an older person and they lose it all and you try to take everything from them, it's not good. I don't like scammers, I don't like thieves, and I don't like um people who take advantage of the elderly or young children, you know? If someone in a hurricane lost it all, she lost it all and she's older, 70 years old, why would you loot? And I'm sure the looters were some young people. But still, what are you going to gain in an island that's pretty much devastated, pretty much dilapidated? Everything is gone, it's destroyed. And then you're going to come and take the last items that I have? How can you have a soul? How can you have a heart? How can you live on earth? You know? People like that should have been washed away, God forgive me, by the hurricane if you're going to treat people like that. You know? How are people going to do that? It just does not make any sense. Like, you know, the saying hurt people. That's what I feel. Those people are upset about them losing things, so they go and steal from someone else. And you know, not the entire island was messed up. There's parts of the island that are not messed up. So these looters are probably from other parts of the island and bringing the items back to sell them. But you see an elderly lady, she lost everything. She's getting up from her sleep and you're robbing from her. That's baffling, you know? I can't comprehend. Sometimes when people do things you cannot comprehend, you know? You cannot comprehend them because, guys, I'm hot. 1 second. Sometimes when people do things you cannot comprehend, you just can't comprehend others, you know? You cannot comprehend what others are, people's wickedness. You can't. It's just, if you're not that way, you will never be able to wrap your head around what somebody that's wicked or evil do, or somebody that have no conscience, you know? You will never be able to do that if you're not that type of person. Because for someone to lose it all and you go rob them when they're at their lowest of the low, that's crazy. It's very crazy to me, you know? So guys, try to pray for the Jamaican people or for the Caribbean. It's gonna take about a long time. I would not say years. They said Gilbert took about 2 years to rebuild the island, but this looked worse in Gilbert. And I believe for St. Elizabeth, which is a beautiful parish, I feel like they're going to turn that into like a city. They're saying the AI city, smart city. Mark my words, guys. I just think in the future, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica will be on the map. So if you guys like to travel, it will be on the map as a smart city. No, I'm not Portuguese. I am Jamaican. But maybe I have heritage in Portugal. Who knows? Um we're all connected. Correct. Gentrification. Definitely. They're trying to take over and it's not fair. I don't understand why um the leaders are so greedy. They want it all. They want the islands. Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican. The islands have a lot of resources, guys. I'm not saying I hate America. I love living in America, but when I go to Jamaica or anywhere else, it's just a different type of feeling. You feel like you're home. You feel grounded, rooted, you know. You're in nature. I don't just go to the resorts in Jamaica. I actually go to the country where we can climb trees, we can walk barefoot, we can walk in our backyard and take a banana off the tree and go cook the banana. You guys call it pear. Take a avocado right in the yard off the tree and eat the avocado. You know, take peppers, everything. It's a farmland. It's natural foods, good for you, foods that will nourish your body. So when I go to Jamaica, I just feel like a new person. You know, when I'm here, like, look at tonight, I am stuck in the house. I don't mind talking to you guys. I do love it, but it's so cold here. It's so cold that we're stuck in the house. It's like Halloween. People should be, it's an American holiday, so people celebrate. But it's Halloween and we're stuck in the house. You know? We're stuck in the house. Yes. No, I'm not Portuguese. Oh, Carla is a Portuguese name. I love the name Carla. My mom chose a good name for me. I love my name. You know how some people don't love their name? I actually love my name. So have you guys ever experienced a storm? How do you guys feel about the hurricane? Do you think it was man-made or was it a regular natural hurricane? Now, I've experienced a storm before, but they're saying the storm Hurricane Gilbert, I was a part of it. It's nothing like this one. This one is like 10 times worse. Well, Hurricane Gilbert, I believe it was a category 3 or 2 hurricane, and this one is a category 5. I don't like pizza, but I would have it plain. I would have my pizza plain, but I'm not a pizza girl. I'm not a pizza girl. Now, I used to love pizza, but I'm trying to be a little more healthy. Bread and cheese, I can't eat. Mega Black Essence, I believe so. They tried it last year with Barrel, and it wasn't as strong, so they had to come back. But yeah, I believe all the hurricanes that they've been doing it, because you know what was odd to me? That weeks before the hurricane, the American media, the UK media, they were in Jamaica and they had on YouTube, they have cameras live in Jamaica. They weren't tracking any other island. They just pushed Jamaica in your face. There was like Hurricane 5 coming to Jamaica. They pushed it in your face. So the way they pushed it in our face, I just believe something was suspicious about the whole thing. Like it didn't seem natural. It just didn't seem right the way it was all pushed in our face as well. I don't know if anyone was watching the news or it was pushed in their faces, but it was definitely pushed in my face. So I thought it was suspicious in my spirit. So I'm a very superstitious person and I can feel things when it's not right. So I just thought this storm it's very suspicious. Yeah, very suspicious, you know? Um and the way they had the cameras everywhere in the streets, and the people that were reporting on YouTube, they weren't Jamaicans in the cameras that were viewing the streets. They were Americans, you know? So they had access to those cameras. How did they have access to the live cameras and they were not news people? They were just regular folks. So it was weird. I did not know you guys could see my legs, so I have to change the video. Um, I don't know how to fix the camera. Thank you so much, Frank. Yeah, so it's a sad time for Jamaicans. They're really, but the thing about Jamaican, our nature, is that we don't let things get us down. You know, we don't let things like this get us down, but this is a really big, 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 big catastrophe. But I'm happy a lot of lives were not lost. They said only 19 lives so far. Um, 19 lives were lost, and it's very sad. But a lot of the monumental things that we used to see in St. Elizabeth has been destroyed. Like, I don't know if you guys have been to Jamaica, but Treasure Beach, Lover's Leap, Black River, it's really nice there. But some tourists might not like it because it was more like authentic countryside, country people. Like they say, it's not like the city like in Kingston or in Montego Bay. It's more of a country feel. But now I feel like it will definitely change. Now, the reason why I talk about that part of Jamaica is because I'm rooted from there. I'm rooted from Manchester, which is like borderline St. Elizabeth. And Manchester is on a hill, so we don't have a lot of beaches. We have to drive for beaches. And it's cold here right now today in the US. So in the morning where I'm from in Jamaica, it gets hot, like very, very hot. It gets very hot and then it gets cool, chilly like here where you need a sweater at night. So there's a lot of people who thinks like all parts of Jamaica is hot, but where I'm from, it's not hot. It's hot in the daytime, but it gets very cold where you need like a light sweater like this. And in December, you need like a jacket, you know? Okay, Frank, I understand. Thank you. Yeah. So my thing is, I'm wondering what the future is for my island and what the future is for the US itself, because I know everyone think, oh, it's Jamaica, but like I mentioned before, we're all connected. If one island is messed up or one part of the world is messed up, that's why we have the United Nations, because all of the countries, all of the islands are all connected. They all need each other for something. They all need each other. Not one country or one island can survive on its own. Why do you guys think there's so much war? There's so much um controversy, this country against this country? it's not just about our president, it's about everything on a whole, you know? I think he just puts things in the forefront that was hidden in the back, but and I don't talk politics, but I just think sometimes why are these officials fighting? You know, why are you fighting? The world is a resource. They can share everything, but why fight? Why are you fighting for everything, you know? They're fighting for nature. Morning, Abina. Where are you located? It's night here.